Alright guys, good morning and happy Monday. Welcome back to The Grind. It is December 20th, so it's a week of Christmas, and let's jump into the futures here. Can't do the pre-market prep live this morning, but I'll try to get this video here posted as soon as possible. So take a look here at the futures. S&P 500 down about 1%. So you're coming in late last night towards your weekly 21. And right now it's just kind of more of the same chop here. +1, -1. Take a look here at the Q-tips. Q's down about 1% and change. Currently trading just above the weekly 21. You're a little bit under -1 ATR on the daily chart. The Dow Jones is up next, and the Dow Jones is down about 1% this morning. You're down towards -1, and then the small caps are down about 1.5%. Kind of trading in the same range here, but pretty sloppy stuff. So I think one thing, because just based on the comments and Instagram DMs I'm getting, there's a lot of conviction in this market from two different perspectives, right? You got the group of folks who, looking for a pushback into brand new all-time highs, looking for that Santa rally. Then you have the folks who are looking for the end of the world here. I got some Instagram DMs. People guarantee me the market's going to go down like 10 to 12% this week. So I don't know about all that. But in other words, right, got a lot of people that are bullish with conviction. You got a lot of people that are bearish with conviction. Let me propose a third alternative here. Maybe we just trade sideways for a couple of weeks here. So I think we've really come accustomed to a market that just kind of continuously rallies. And we'll get our daily squeezes, we'll get our little breaks in the action, but they're typically pretty short-lived, right? Maybe we just trade sideways, though. So we talked about this, I think, on Friday, or maybe on Sunday. Anytime we're in a daily squeeze, this is choppiness, right? Pretty ugly price action. This is what you should expect from a squeeze. We're pretty much just going to bang our head off the wall between +1 and -1 ATR. Now, keep in mind here, if you're in a weekly squeeze, and we happen to have weekly squeezes on your S&P or QQQ, a whole bunch of spots right now, well, in a weekly squeeze, like any other time frame, you might just bang your head off the wall between +1, -1, before the market finally commits to a move. So we are in a weekly squeeze here for the S&P. We are in a weekly squeeze here for the QQQ. We're in a weekly squeeze here on the Dow Jones. And the shitsters here, even the small caps are in a weekly squeeze. So understand just what potentially could come with that. What could come with that is just kind of a weekly squeezing. Really normal price action in the context of a weekly uptrend. It's a pretty big range, though. So if you look at this box here, which is +1, -1 on the weekly chart, and you look at that range on a daily chart, we could continue to fade here. And your weekly squeeze is still weekly squeezing. So just keep this in mind, right? Take a look here at the Qs, just so you can get a look at that from that perspective. This is where, as a swing trader, you want to be careful. You try to get long, you try to get short. For these 30, 45 day till expiration swing trades that I like, it's tough here when you're in consolidation mode. Right? So just think in terms of the daily squeeze and the impact that the daily squeeze has had here for us as swing traders over the last couple of weeks. So you're trying to work those 5 to 10 day till expiration swing trades here. Well, whether you're trying to go long or short, the market really can't get out of its own way. So you get long on that pop, you get shaken out, you get short, you get shaken out. A whole bunch of back and forth, and the market's going nowhere. Just trading in a box here. So when you're in a daily squeeze, obviously once it fires, hallelujah, right? That's pretty much when I think a lot of us are going to make the most money, is once the squeeze fires. But if you're trying to take those shorter term swings inside a daily squeeze, nothing could change here structurally, and you're getting tossed around left and right. So now understand the potential impact, where if we just trade inside of a weekly squeeze for the next month here, well, then the 30 to 45 day till expiration swing trades, they can get pretty difficult as well. The market could flush pretty good here. Still in a bullish uptrend, still in a bullish squeeze. We could pop all the way towards plus 1/8 AR. You're kind of going nowhere. So keep that in mind here, right? Daily squeezes inside of a daily squeeze. Trying to nail those shorter term swings is a little bit tough. In a weekly squeeze, the 30 to 40 plus day till expiration swing trades can be pretty tough as well. Take a look at Amazon. I mean, this is pretty much your poster child for how for just how difficult a weekly squeeze can be. So if you're selling put credit spreads, that's one thing. But if you're coming in here and you're trying to buy calls and you're trying to buy puts and you're trying to nail a directional move, he's got a big old chop fest here. So I thought this might be helpful for some of you because, again, there's kind of strong conviction right now on both sides, right? The bulls are convinced this market's going to rally into the end of the year, into January, and the bears are convinced that this thing's going to get, freaking leveled here. So maybe in the short term, neither of the parties is right. Maybe we just trade sideways here. So at least keep that in mind, guys. But it is a short week. The market's going to be closed on Friday for Christmas Eve. So, handle your open positions. Look for trades if your setups are setting up. But also try to detach a little bit this week. As traders, the market gets most of our time. I think for those of you that celebrate the holiday, your family deserves a little bit more of your time this week. So try to detach a little bit. And I'm going to be patient here before I go adding new exposure. Again, look at this market. Something has got to give. Like, what are we doing here? We're popping, we're dropping, we're flipping, we're ripping. Trading freaking sideways, man. So we are just pretty much trapped in squeeze mode. Daily squeezes, weekly squeezes, 3-day squeezes, monthly squeezes. But that's what I got for you here, guys. So keep in mind, right? Do I think forward is a really bullish trend and a really bullish setup? I think it looks great. This is the kind of setup I would take out for a nice dinner, so to say. But if your market's just trading sideways here, and we're up 1%, then we're down 2%, then we're up 2%, and it's a chop fest, maybe forward can make the push on its own. But remember, a lot of our best swing trading is going to take place when the market is firing a squeeze. You get that wind at your back, so to say. So if you've had a little bit of difficulty lately swing trading, keep in mind you lost the wind at your back. The game's going to get a little bit tougher here as the market pretty much just transfers into consolidation mode. So I think forward's a good looking setup. I think Qualcomm, this thing's a beauty right here. Even the best looking setups, which I think is all you want to focus on right now, but even the best looking setups, they can be a little bit difficult to try to, nail an entry on and nail direction on if they got no wind at their back. So I just urge you to come into this week open-minded. Don't come in today with the mindset that you're going to buy the dip. If you want to buy the dip, have a game plan, have some structure in place, have some criteria in place. And if you want to short the market, again, I think that's a lot easier under the weekly 21 EMA on a weekly closing basis. But if you want to short the market this morning, again, come in with a game plan, come in with a checklist, some criteria. Trading's difficult as it is. It's even more difficult when we come to the session and the market opens and we're trying to work our personal agenda. So I do urge all of you here to at least just take into consideration that you got your volatility, you got your ups, you got your downs. We're daily and weekly squeezing. We might be looking at a market here which just kind of freaking trades sideways in an ugly fashion for quite a while. All of this could change today, right? We could be back at the highs by Thursday. We could roll over here and go into a downtrend. Just respect the third alternative and just understand how potentially, if we could just squeeze here, swing trading gets a little bit more difficult. But keep that in mind, guys. I'll get this video posted here. It's about 8 a.m. Eastern, so we should get this up in about an hour and a half before the open, and I hope a few of you find it helpful. But if you're not already, go on ahead and subscribe. At 10,000 subscribers, we'll do a giveaway here. Got to figure out exactly what it's going to be. but 10K is pretty big, so we'll make it a good one. But this is what I got for you guys. Happy holidays. Talk to you in the next one.